Spanning an area of 3 million acres and more than 200 miles long, the XIT Ranch was once the biggest ranch in the world. But have you ever wondered how it came about? I got the chance to learn more about the history of the XIT. For Drew Knowles, the XIT is more than just a huge ranch.
The ranch is unique in my mind because it is land that my family owned starting in 1885.
It's an extended family member.
My third great-grandfather is John B. Farwell, and John B. Farwell and his brother Charles put together the Capital Syndicate.
Knowles recently purchased the 11,600-acre Burson Rita Blanca Ranch near Channing, part of the famous XIT. Back in 1881, a fire destroyed the Austin Capitol building. And in 1882, 3 million acres of unsettled land was found in the Texas Panhandle. After extensive survey and research, the land was used to purchase and rebuild the state capitol.
The group of individuals that bought it was not just a handful. It was a large group. They called themselves the Capital Syndicate, or that's how they referred to, which is an homage to the fact that the land that was used was to purchase the Capitol building and to have it constructed.
According to Dantas, the syndicate, which was formed by U.S. and English investors, decided in 1885 to run it as a ranch instead of trying to sell it right away.
So in 1885, they got their first herd. And over the years, they averaged roughly around 150,000. So they didn't do any crop cultivation. There wasn't a variety of animals that they were raising for stock purposes.
The XIT was a geographical marvel. Those 3 million acres stretched through 10 counties and was 200 miles long, which naturally made for strategic advantages in cattle raising.
And have these purebred longhorns largely, and have them as they grew until they get closer to the top of the northern sections of land, where then they would be taken off to auction houses.
Throughout the lifetime of the ranch, there were 8 different base camps, each of them in different environments, with its own personality, serving different purposes. Another industry that was critical to the XIT and the Panhandle area, the railroads, which were crucial in transporting cattle from the ranch to markets out of state like Kansas City or Chicago.
There was a Rock Island line that went through, and then there was a Fort Worth, Denver line that went through. You could see sort of remnants of this in Dalhart, especially because that's one of the places they cross. The ability to compartmentalize these large groups of cows, and they would order in dozens, hundreds in some cases, of cars for these cattle to travel in, and then they would make it to their destination.
The XIT dismembered in 1912, but there's still plenty of remnants of the world-famous ranch across the area. As for Knowles, he says he'll continue to take care of the land.
We really believe in taking care of the land so that the land can take care of us.
Just like his great-grandfather. And Dantas said the XIT got its first herd of cattle in 1885, and throughout the life of the ranch, it routinely averaged nearly 150,000 head of cattle.